Memorizing the material. I read a lot. It's a lot of information. We don't have blocks like per person. I give the full material, so it's 2 months worth of material that I have to teach. And I've had 2 years of experience in the career field. So I have not been through some of the stuff that I have to teach. So I have to rely on the book. And if the book doesn't have a lot of information, then I have to look for my coworkers and be like, what does this look like? Can you explain this to me? And study a lot or do research. So it takes me a long time to prepare.
I would say just trying to juggle your time and not necessarily in the classroom, more so with whatever the mission has going on outside of the classroom. So for me, I have not found this job very challenging, if I'm being honest. I also deal with things a lot easier when it comes to being able to manage. So I would say the areas that it was challenging was more so my professional career as far as getting things done that I need to get done in my work area, my workspace. But when it came to going into the classroom, when I'm in the classroom, I'm in the classroom, and they have my attention, and I just make it work.
How do I walk that fine line of showing them that compassion as their instructor and letting them know, like, we are here for you? Because you don't want them to be just looking at you like my instructor doesn't care, but we also have to take into consideration their mind's not going to be there. Or when you have to have that tough conversation of they came in and this is something that they wanted, but maybe having to have that conversation that may be something that you wanted, but based off of academic standards and what's been going on both in classroom or maybe in and outside of the classroom, we may have to reclass you. So essentially having to say you have to go and be an airman in another career field. Knowing that they're looking at you heartbroken, that is the toughest part. That is the challenging, because you're holding somebody's Air Force career, what they perceive to be like, hey, this is the one thing that I wanted, and then you have to tell them that they can't have that. So that's definitely a tough part when you're getting to know these students and knowing their stories and then having to potentially give them that bad piece of information. And then just also hoping that until it happens, how are they doing emotionally, right? So are we gonna have to make sure, hey, go speak with the chaplain or let the chaplain know, like, hey, can you just go check on this person because we had to have this conversation about it. So I think that's definitely the toughest part as an instructor.
When students don't want to be here, for one reason or another, often it's because they might be dealing with a personal challenge and they just can't see past the technical training environment. But I don't want anybody in the career field who doesn't want to be here, because what we do is hard. And I want to make sure that they're ready for what they're walking into. And so those are the hard moments when I've had to make some tough calls and help airmen make some tough decisions about their life. Those are the difficult moments. But sometimes it's in the best interest of that airman that this might not be the best for them. And I want to make sure that I help them make a wise decision, and on the same side, make those wise decisions myself when necessary.